Okay, this is Taurus dealing with Sagittarius. Now, in the past energy, you have Knight of Pentacles and you have holding faith and orchestrator forcing control. So it seems to me as if the first thing I got in my head was someone had some control issues possibly in the past. And they possibly guided this connection exactly the way they wanted it to go. They took their time, and that could have been like a control tactic where it's like, someone wants something, and so you drag it out just to show that you are the one in control of this. You know that someone was possibly holding faith that this would work out. And I just got like a very calculated energy in this past position here. For the current energy, you have the moon, you have the Six of Swords, and the Hierophant. So you also have the old researcher always trying to fact check everyone. And then you have release and surrender. So to me, this seems like someone is realizing that there may be something going on behind the scenes that they're not too clear about. Maybe they're looking at this as they've been living in some type of fantasy when it comes to this other person. And they could be thinking that maybe it's time for them to move on. Maybe they do have deep feelings for this other person and they may want marriage. But at the same time, they may feel as if they're just not clear about everything that's going on. Someone could be, going through the other person's phone, or maybe reaching out to people on social media, or, like in not instant messages. Wow, I just showed my age. Kind of like DMs. Like they're trying to see like what's going on, if they can find out some more information, because they don't feel clear. They don't feel clear about this connection. There's something going on behind the scenes, they feel, and they may be in an energy of, I just need to move on from this because there's something that's not right. Yeah, and just going off of what I see here in the future energy, it looks as if this makes sense here, because you have the Ten of Pentacles and then you have the Ten of Wands. So that's about endings, okay? With the Ten of Pentacles, it seems as if someone's thinking about their future when it comes to this connection in the future. It's like, what do I really want my future to be like? I have to think about myself going forward. Ten of Wands, I have to release some of the burdens of what has been going on, because do I really want my future to look like that? Do I really want to be overwhelmed by burdens, the burden of this in my future? You got watches everything. So it seems as if the person that was doing the research here, if you can see that, the person that was doing the research in this current energy, in the future, it's like they are now watching more. It's like maybe in the past they weren't sure or they didn't care. Then in the current energy, it's like, okay, something's not right here. Something is going on behind the scenes. What is it? And then in the future, it's like, now I'm watching you closely. Okay? And why? Because there could have been something going on in the past that has come to light. Now I'm speaking in the future now. So maybe they are now watching this person very closely because of what has happened, and it came to light. And as you see, illusions coming to light. This moon energy, they could have been living in a fantasy. They could have felt as if they were living in a fantasy. And even though things weren't so clear to them, it's kind of like they were like maybe having their rose colored glasses on, like, well, it's like this other person can do no wrong, you know. It's like everything's great, even though it maybe didn't seem too great. They knew that something else was going on, possibly. But in the future energy, like I said, or like it shows, illusions coming to light. They are going to get out of that blind love, it seems like. And third party, they could discover by watching everything and by doing the research that something was going on. Their intuition was correct. And staying mute. It seems as if that's going to be enough for them, and they are going to cut off communication. You got some additional advice here. Library, learning, knowledge, research. Once again, can you see this? Research, once again. So looking beneath the surface is also on here, as you see. So it seems as if someone is going to do their research, find out possibly about something going on behind the scenes, like a third party, and then they're going to be stuck in this energy. Maybe this is saying that some of you can, you know, you're going to be uncertain about how you want to move forward. It says uncertain. At this time, the situation or outcome is undetermined. So for some of you, maybe you might decide to stick this out and fix things. But maybe you'll just watch this person. You'll watch everything that this person does. For some of you, maybe you might decide to move on. And 10 of Wands, release the burden of this connection. But 5 of Cups was also a card that peeked out. So it's like you could decide to just move on for some of you, like I said, because it's like you want to cut your losses. You don't want to put any more into this connection. Yeah, so that could be the situation. I guess it's going to go either way. For some of you, you might decide to stay around even though you know the truth of what happened. And for some of you, you'll decide to leave. But you'll be King of Cups. Definitely more in control of your emotions and how you handle your feelings when it comes to this person going forward. Okay? Maybe you'll be a little more with the Page of Cups, a little more just not too deep when it comes to this person. You just, you know, kind of surface a little bit. So it can go either way. I'm really not getting much else. But this was on the bottom of the deck, infidelity. So you have third party, and now you have infidelity, lipstick evidence. So the research, it seems, checked out. Okay? So, I hope this helps, and I'll see you later.